You're home, dude, Carter said as he reached into the back seat and shook Devin's shoulder. Wake up, you're home. Devin spilled out of the truck. It was as dark now as it was when Carter had picked him up 3 days earlier. He waved to Carter as he made the turn through the circle driveway in front of Ned's house. Devin looked back at Dara's trailer as Carter's headlights lit the scene. Her car was parked next to it. She was home. Devin wanted to see her pretty smile and sparkling eyes. Her soft scent would bring him back to reality. He wanted to tell her everything that had happened. Devin made his way up the stairs to the porch and saw Ned inside the open glass door sitting on the couch. Ned turned to see Devin empty-handed. Devin looked for Dara on the other couch. He thought about what he could say to Ned. He didn't want to talk to him at all. He only wanted to talk to Dara. She was not there. Devin walked through the sliding glass door and turned toward his room. Ned turned back to the TV and said nothing. How did that happen, Devin thought. He walked into his room, closed the door, and without saying anything to Ned. He was too tired to think about it and flopped onto the bed. Sleep rushed him. All went black. He was out again. 3 light raps on the door, then the door handle squeaked and turned. Are you alive? Dara said as she poked her head through the door. Devin, are you okay? He could open only one eye, as the eyelashes on the other was caked closed. He licked his lips and rubbed to free the other eye open. His shoes were still on. His dusty clothes were stained white with salt. He had not moved from the position he had landed in the previous night. Yeah, I'm okay. What time is it? It's after 9. Dad said you came in around 10 o'clock last night. I've been sitting out there waiting all day for you to wake up, Dara said. All day? It's 9:30 at night. You've been sleeping almost 24 hours. Devin kicked off his shoes, rolled onto his stomach, and pushed himself up off the bed. As he stood, his legs went out from under him, and he fell back on the bed. Dara rushed over to assist him. Are you all right? She said. My feet are messed up. Can you walk? Yeah. Let me try again, he said as he lifted himself back up with Dara's help. No, I better sit down. My feet are really tore up. Dara eased him back down to sit on the mattress. What happened? She asked. I guess I should have worn my boots. What happened out there? My dad said you left with all sorts of equipment and came home with nothing. We ran into some bad luck and lost the equipment in the river, Devin said, turning away from her and looking at the floor. We actually had a lot of tailings to pan and tried to carry them out. We lost that too on the way out. He turned back to her and said, I tried. It just didn't work out. Dara's eyes welled up as she touched his arm. You're okay. Did anyone get hurt? No. Everyone got out all right, Devin said, putting his hand on hers. I know how important it was for you to get that gold. I know you've been wanting to get out to Philadelphia to see Nanette. No, it's not that important to me anymore. You got to get closure. You've been telling me for months. If you don't go now, you'll never answer those questions that have been haunting you about her. Ned will have a fit if I spend money on that, Devin said. No, he won't. I'm surprised that you didn't wake up this morning while I was yelling at him. I told him this was important to you, and if he said anything, I would not speak to him anymore. He knows I mean it. Dara stood up from the bed. You need to go out there and see her to close that chapter. You should go as soon as your feet feel better. If you insist, Devin said with a smile. He wasn't sure he needed or even wanted to go to Philadelphia for closure anymore. She had championed his cause, and he did not want to devalue that. She walked to the door, turned back to him and smiled. I made some dinner. I'll bring you some. No, I'll get up, Devin said. Let me take a quick shower first. If you insist, Dara said with a sparkle in her eye as she broke out laughing. Devin breathed in her sweet, soft scent and hobbled out the door.